This is Autoline Daily, the show dedicated to enthusiasts of the global automotive industry. Tesla reported its first quarter earnings, and considering that the automotive industry is getting slammed by the virus crisis, the numbers are pretty good. The stock jumped over $80 a share on the news and after-hours trading because Tesla brought in almost $6 billion in revenue, posted an operating profit of $283 million, and for the first time ever in the first quarter, it reported a GAAP net profit of $16 million. Now, normally, $16 million would be considered pathetic, but the fact that Tesla posted a profit at all is going to send shivers down the spines of all of its competitors, both traditional automakers and startups alike. And there were lots of good little nuggets of information in Tesla's earnings call with analysts. Tesla made more Model Ys in the first quarter than it made Model 3s in its first 2 quarters. Tesla says the Model Y was profitable in Q1. It also says that thanks to a new heat pump design in the Model Y, it has the same driving range of the Model 3 despite being a bigger and heavier vehicle. Elon Musk says the real range of the Model S and X is now 400 miles, which will be borne out the next time the EPA tests the car. He also said that Battery Day has been tentatively moved to the third week in May and that they're going to have some very exciting news to announce. He then let it drop that Battery Day will be in either California or Texas, and that Texas news is really interesting. That makes us think that maybe he's going to announce that the Cybertruck will be made at a new plant in Texas. But then, inexplicably, Musk went off on this tirade against stay-at-home orders, and sounding very much like President Trump, he said, forcibly imprisoning people in their homes against all their constitutional rights and breaking people's freedoms in ways that are horrible and wrong is not why people came to America or built this country. WTF. Only he didn't use those 3 letters. He spelled out the whole thing. And then he went on to say, "This is fascist. This is not democratic. This is not freedom. Give people back their goddamn freedom." Well, here's my Autoline insight. I think Elon Musk is deeply worried about how the stay-at-home orders are hurting Tesla. Like every other automaker, the company is burning through cash. It spent $895 million in Q1, and the cash burn will likely be worse in the second quarter. Tesla has $8 billion in cash right now, but unless things improve, it's going to be out of cash by Christmas. And if investors react negatively to that, Musk could lose out on a massive bonus that could top $1 billion. And I think that explains why he went off on this tirade about fascism. EV startup Bollinger Motors has more ambitious plans than we realized. It just unveiled a platform for Class 3 commercial trucks that's like a Ford F-350 size truck. Bollinger will produce and sell the all-electric B2 chassis cab, which it claims is the world's first Class 3 electric truck platform. It will be offered with 2 doors or 4 doors, multiple wheelbase lengths, and in both full cab and cutaway variants. Other features include a 120 kilowatt-hour battery pack, a 5,000-pound payload, all-wheel drive, and all-terrain capabilities. Bollinger's chassis cab will be available for commercial outfitters in late 2021. Porsche's got a cool way to help dealerships solve complicated repair problems. It has techs that they call field technical experts, who normally visit dealerships when a technician runs into a complicated repair that the dealership can't fix. But with the lockdowns, they're not able to travel to shops. So Porsche rolled out what it calls Tech Live Look, which uses augmented reality smart glasses to connect technicians with technical experts. The experts actually able to see what the tech sees and help guide them through the repair. They can even send pictures or repair instructions right to the glasses. This method proved to reduce the time to fix a problem by 40%. And Porsche says from February to March, the number of Tech Live look sessions has more than tripled. In other Porsche news, it's extending vehicle warranties worldwide. Any vehicle with a warranty that expires between March 1st and May 31st will be extended for another 3 months. And here's an item that caught us completely by surprise. The Hyundai Group's chief of design, Donckerwolke, who's 54 years old, is stepping down, citing personal reasons. He said it was an honor and privilege to help shape the look of the group. Donckerwolke only joined Hyundai in 2015 and took over his current role in 2018 when then head of design, Peter Schreier, started to lessen his duties. We most remember Donckerwolke, who was Bentley's chief of design at the time, for criticizing the similarities between the Lincoln Continental concept and the Bentley Flying Spur. He actually asked Ford, "Do you want us to send the production tooling?" Hyundai has not named a successor, but Sang-Yup Lee, the head of Hyundai and Genesis Design, or Karim Habib, the head of design at Kia, are likely to be high on the list. And if you watched the Super Bowl, you might remember that the all-new GMC Hummer EV was supposed to make its debut soon, but that's not going to happen. GM is pushing the truck's reveal date back, which was scheduled to take place on May 20th. And there's no new debut date to check off on your calendar just yet. Here's an Autoline tech tip for some of you to take advantage of while gas prices are super low. If you have a vehicle with port injection, not direct injection, go out and fill up and run a tank or two of premium fuel from a top-tier fuel provider like Shell. Shell Premium has enough detergents that it can actually clean carbon deposits off internal engine parts. In some cases, we've seen engine power restored and fuel economy improved after a couple of fill-ups with Shell Premium. Then, after those tankfuls, switch back to a lower grade of gas, but also from a top-tier fuel provider, which will help prevent more deposits from piling up. And if you've never heard of top-tier fuel, do an online search. It's the only gasoline that gets the official blessing from automakers. And the good news is, most gas stations already provide top-tier fuel. This can be a cheap and easy way to keep older vehicles running properly because they're more likely to have port injection.
Autoline Daily is brought to you by Bridgestone Tires. Your journey, our passion.
Most of the battery packs or battery trays that we've ever seen are made out of aluminum. But the supplier Continental Structural Plastics, or CSP, is making composite ones. I spoke with Mike Zawajic from CSP, and he talked about the benefits of making battery packs out of composites instead of aluminum.
We think that's where our value proposition comes from in all of our composite applications across the board, but especially in batteries, with the fact that we can mold in features in one tool, not have to worry about multiple parts being joined together, so you don't have to worry about seal surfaces as much. You don't have potential sources for leak where, if we're doing a cover and a tray and we put them together with one seal, that's really our only issue. Where if you're doing multiple pieces of aluminum stamping, we can get much more elegant designs where we can use more features that are molded into the part as opposed to having to stamp it. So we think parts consolidation and design freedom is one of our biggest assets.
If you love classic cars that show the patina of history, have we got a show for you? Be sure to join us for Autoline After Hours this afternoon because we've got Tom Cotter from Haggerty's popular YouTube show, Barn Find Hunter. And he's especially known as a Woody Wagon fanatic. Tom scours the country looking for tucked-away relics, all while sharing tips and tricks for finding such cars and telling the stories behind the metal. So join me, Gary, and Mike Austin from Hemmings live at 3 p.m. Eastern Time for some of the best discussions in the automotive industry. Simulators are playing a big role in vehicle development, not only for production vehicles, but also for racing ones. BMW Simulator in Munich, which it uses for Formula E and the DTM series, helps drivers get to know a new track, work on their strategy, or experiment with different vehicle setups. It's also used to develop new race cars. To simulate movement, it features actuators and a turntable, and the system is able to do 100 billion calculations a second, which helps it react quickly to inputs. And 3 projectors display the racetrack for the driver. The simulator not only helps speed up development, it also cuts costs by allowing engineers to try multiple configurations in the virtual world. And with that, we wrap up today's show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you again tomorrow.